Hi, I'm Emily Seibert, and today I'll be interviewing my good friend,
John, aka The Savage.
Okay, so John, what was your first impression of the Brave New World?
At first I was shocked of the world state, not in a good way or a bad way, but I was also fascinated and intrigued. I was shocked by their strange conditioning and the fact that birth was no longer around. As time went on and I stayed at the world state even longer, I began to hate it, hating it more and more every day. I was appalled by their opinions of death and the sight of dozens of twins in bottles. Everything was just so unnatural. I hated the constant sex that the world was depending on, and I hated the dependence on Soma. I also hated that this world made me fall in love with Lenina, and I hated this because of what it made me become.
When and why did you fall for Lenina?
I don't know when I really fell for Lenina. The feelings erupted in like a slow flow of molten rock, burning all reality on the way. I always thought she was pretty, but slowly the feelings kept coming. I fell for Lenina because I thought she was different than all the other women in the world state. I felt that she was different because she wasn't always conforming with the ways and the conditioning of the Brave New World. Although she wasn't openly going against the roles, every once in a while she would let her true character break free and ignore her conditioning for a little while.
Why didn't the relationship between you two work?
The relationship didn't work because we were from two different worlds. She was conditioned into believing things that were against my morals. She believed in sleeping around and I did not. My life didn't revolve around Soma. There were mixed messages the entire time. I would almost give in and have sex with her, but then my conscience would be screaming guilt. The relationship just didn't work out because we were just too different from each other.
What made you change your opinion on the New World?
I was appalled when they told me my mother was dying and they showed no emotion. They used it as a learning opportunity for the children being conditioned. I also didn't like how everything evolved around sex and Soma. That's not how I want to live my life. I didn't like how science was the basis of everything and birth didn't even exist anymore. There was no perfect relationships between mother and son.
Why did you react the way you did to Linda's death, and why did the citizens of the Brave New World not act the same?
I reacted the way I did because Linda is my mother. She is my birth mom. People from the Brave New World do not have the mother and son relationship because they are decanted and not even born. I was so bothered because they weren't upset with death. They weren't upset with the loss of my mother. They were even almost fascinated with it. And that's when I pushed the little boy over, out of pure emotion I couldn't control.
Why was suicide your final decision?
Even if I did escape the New World, which they wouldn't let me leave, I would never escape my feelings for Lenina. I don't think I would ever fit in anywhere, so death was my only option to escape my moral dilemmas.